Imagine what the future holds for your love life. After such a long time, suddenly someone special appears, wanting to be a part of your world. And what if I told you that not everyone would be happy with this new phase of your life? Yes, this is the reality. Sometimes, your happiness can bother some people, even those you consider close. Don't worry, this is part of a bigger plan, a plan that seeks your genuine well-being. Trust in the divine consciousness that protects and guides you. I invite you to subscribe to this channel. How would you feel knowing that your joy could stir up envy and frustration in others, even among those closest to you? Is it your responsibility to worry about others' egos or to focus on your own happiness? Comment Angel to connect with your guardian angel. On this journey, you will discover who is truly by your side. Are you prepared to discern between true friends and those who are just passing through? When everything aligns, it's time to understand that others' battles are not yours to bear. I am the light of divine consciousness, and I invite you to join me on this journey in search of true happiness, where you will find genuine support. Comment God is my refuge to strengthen this connection. Have you considered that today might be the day the universe is sending you a message through subtle signs? If so, something powerful is happening in your life right now, as if all the pieces are finally coming together. Someone somewhere is watching you and wondering if you are the one, someone ready to face any challenge and make every moment precious. Comment 50-50 to bring unlimited blessings. But why does it seem that not everyone contributes? Celebrate this connection. Have you noticed how some people feel uncomfortable with others' happiness? It seems that someone's success in love can deeply affect others, even wounding their own ego. Curious, isn't it? This is truer than it seems. What matters here is how you feel when someone chooses to be by your side. Do you remember those times when you thought your love life was stagnant? Well, those days are about to end. Imagine living in a moment where everything blossoms, as if the universe is finally paying attention to you. Feeling chosen and having someone who wants to be with you is extraordinary, but not everyone around you will share your joy. And that's something you must accept from the beginning. It might be a friend, a family member, or even a colleague who, for their own reasons, doesn't share in your newfound happiness. But here's the truth. You are not responsible for the happiness of others. So, what should you do? First, take a deep breath. Second, remember that this journey is yours and the person you chose to be by your side. Comment I believe to reaffirm your connection with the divine light. The concerns of others should not be your concerns. Hold on to your joy firmly, because ultimately, you deserve it completely. Have you noticed that when we are at the peak of success and happiness, not everyone around us is ready for it? This is especially true when those people are facing difficulties. It can be painful for them to see you so happy, especially if they are dealing with their own struggles. Comment I deserve to be happy. And remember that your journey is yours, as is your happiness. How do you handle this without losing compassion for those going through a tough time? You can start with small acts of compassion and kindness, sharing your light to illuminate someone else's path, but stay firm. Remember that each individual is responsible for their own happiness, and you do not need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, especially when it comes to your own happiness. Share in the comments how you are progressing, knowing that your happiness might make someone else uncomfortable, even among your loved ones. Keep the door open to empathy and understanding. communicating your feelings in a loving and understanding way. And remember, your joy should not be a cause of sorrow for anyone. You are here to listen, but also to celebrate your victories without regrets. Your light has the power to illuminate the paths of others, showing that happiness is possible even in difficult times. Recognize that each person is responsible for their own happiness. This allows you to live fully, celebrate your achievements and your happiness, a right that belongs to you. Just as it is every individual's duty to seek their own light, even when the path seems dark for some. Right, God hears our prayer, so that God hears the desire of your heart. Have you ever reflected on how you feel when all areas of your life finally align? There's a mix of emotions around you, and it seems not everyone can share in your joy. This can be disconcerting, but who hasn't felt a twinge of envy seeing someone achieve what they most desire? Imagine experiencing one of the best moments of your life and realizing that not everyone is on the same wavelength. It might be that relative who hides their envy or that co-worker who smiles but can't conceal their jealousy. So, how do you deal with this? Will you let it ruin your happiness? The truth is, someone's happiness can cause frustration in another, but it's not your burden to carry. Each person faces their own challenges and battles. Happiness is not a competition. You've been there to support others, and now that it's your turn to shine, you find that some people can't be happy for you. Especially coming from loved ones, their ability to celebrate your success reveals more about them than about you. Have you noticed how some people always find excuses not to be happy? This reflects their own internal struggles. Your light shines, and your happiness shouldn't be affected by others' negativity. Show understanding, but don't let it diminish your brilliance. Remember, true friendships and healthy relationships survive both adversity and prosperity. It's interesting to note that when we're at the peak of success and happiness, there's often a controversial reflection on moving forward and finding happiness. It's natural to feel on cloud nine. But what do you do when you realize that this new connection causes discomfort in some people around you? In the past, how did you handle this? We are all immersed in our own battles. After all, they feel they've lost not just your company, but also the place they held in your heart. The truth is, we all face our own struggles, challenges, and uncertainties. Often, others' frustration or sadness when they see our happiness reflects their own dissatisfactions and insecurities. And here's the fact, you don't need to carry the weight of others' battles. So, what do you do in these circumstances? First, take a deep breath and embrace the good news life brings you. Your happiness shouldn't be overshadowed by others' inability to share in your joy. Hold on to your happiness firmly because you completely deserve it. It might be hard to accept that those we trusted were actually holding us back to meet their own needs and desires. This discovery can be bittersweet but also liberating. Accepting that moving forward will bring you happiness and love, and recognizing that it's not your responsibility to manage others' emotions and reactions, are crucial steps towards inner peace and happiness. Being truly present, living in the moment, and allowing yourself to be happy regardless of others' expectations are essential. As you walk your path to happiness and love, remember that others' reactions reflect their journey, not yours. The only battle you need to fight is to be genuinely happy. And in the end, that is the sweetest and most rewarding victory of all. When you start to achieve your goals and live your dreams, people around you react noticeably. Suddenly, you notice a shift in the atmosphere. Imagine those you haven't spoken to in years, realizing your progress and growth without their presence. How do you think they would react? Surprised, uncomfortable, perhaps even upset? It's interesting to note that, even from a distance, some people can be affected by our success and achievements. Perhaps because we all seek validation and success, and seeing someone achieve them makes us reflect on our own lives. When you begin to stand out, your progress inevitably triggers different reactions in people. Some may genuinely be happy for you, while others may not. You've probably wondered why some people seem to always be present and available until the moment you start to carve your own path and pursue your dreams, especially when you're happy without needing anyone's approval. This new reality may bother some, but you know that says more about them than about you. The important thing is how you handle these reactions in your relationships. Sharing your light and joy is essential, but it's also crucial to understand that everyone is responsible for their own happiness. So, how do you manage these external emotions without compromising your identity? First, remember that your path is yours and yours alone. Your achievements are the result of your own efforts and dedication. If someone feels disturbed by your success, perhaps they need to reflect on their own decisions. At the end of the day, will you let others' opinions dictate your life? Or will you live fully celebrating every triumph and every step towards your dreams, regardless of what others think? The answers to these questions not only outline your path, but also the people you choose to have by your side. Have you ever reflected on how intricate and enlightening human bonds can be? Who stands by your side in moments of joy? And who disappears when things get complicated? Life is an emotional roller coaster that tests our bonds. We discover who truly stands by us and who is just passing through. Imagine your life as a boat sailing on calm waters. Everything seems fine, but when a storm arises, who remains with you? Who faces the wind and the current alongside you? It's easy to find company in happy moments, but it's true friends who show up in difficult days, offering a shoulder to lean on when we need it the most. Have you ever considered that some people distance themselves when things are going well for you? Perhaps your success uncomfortably forces them to reflect on their own lives, or maybe they are so absorbed in their own concerns and disappointments that they cannot share your joy. It's curious to observe how these same people can be present in times of suffering, as seeing someone else in difficulty brings them some comfort. True wisdom lies in recognizing these patterns and understanding that we deserve to surround ourselves with people who are there for us in both good and bad times, who celebrate our successes as if they were their own and support us when we need it the most. We can build a solid support circle where reciprocity is a reality. Ultimately, life is full of ups and downs, and knowing who to trust in each of these moments is a true blessing. Recognizing who is willing to paddle alongside us and who is only present in good times is crucial. This realization is the first step in building genuine and lasting relationships, strengthening ourselves internally, and recognizing who truly deserves to be in our lives. By distancing ourselves from negative influences, we begin to enjoy relationships based on reciprocity, stability, and authentic happiness. This journey of self-discovery leads us to a state of serenity and confidence, where we can clearly discern who deserves to be in our circle. The presence of loved ones in our lives is a valuable treasure, often underestimated. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, places beside us those who truly love and support us. We often feel lost, seeking guidance and insight to make the right decisions. It's in these moments that the universe, in its infinite generosity, sends messengers of light to guide us on the right path. These messengers can manifest themselves in various ways. Through a friend offering sincere advice, a book motivating us, an experience making us reflect, or even an intuition arising in our minds in times of greatest need. They are always around us, ready to help, protect, and inspire us. They are like divine messengers, sent by the universe to remind us of what is authentic, right, and noble. They help us see beyond appearances, listen to our inner voice, and follow the path that leads us to the light. When we are receptive and open, we can perceive the presence of these messengers in our lives, guiding us subtly but firmly toward our higher purpose. They encourage us to make decisions that are in harmony with the universe's designs for us, even if they are not always the easiest. So let us open our hearts and minds to receive the guidance of the messengers of light that the universe sends to help us. Let us trust in their divine wisdom and allow ourselves to be guided by the light that shines within us. In this way, we can tread our path with conviction and serenity, knowing that we are never alone on our journey. The quality of life arises from the understanding that true bonds strengthen, inspire, and sustain us in all moments. If this message has touched your heart, share it with your loved ones through WhatsApp. The word of the universe is meant for everyone, and undoubtedly, you will be blessed by it. Remember that you have the power to choose who is a part of your life. The choice between right and wrong is not limited to just one decision, but constitutes a commitment to yourself to surround yourself with people who truly make a difference. If you enjoyed this content, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Despite the disappointments that may arise in your lives, do not give up on love. For it is precisely in difficult times that you need to allow yourselves to love and be loved. Have faith and trust that true love will always find a way to be present in your lives. Remember that love is the greatest force in the universe, and never let disappointments prevent you from experiencing it fully. Stay in peace and know that we are always by your side, guiding and protecting. Love always triumphs in the end. With love, your guardian angel.